What's your take on kettlebells? Where do you stand in, because we know the styles discussion and everything, and who are your mentors? Where did you learn it, and what's your take on it?
So, where did I learn it? That's a great question. I think a lot of it was, I don't want to say self-talk because that sounds like I'm patting myself on the back, but I just kind of like, you know, followed some. So, who was I following? I mean, Pavel's a kind of, I'm not really like a huge Pavel fan. He didn't really like change my life or anything like that, like he did for a lot of other people. I think it was just like a group. There's not like a few people that I really kind of like dove in on and started using with. I just kind of like started discovering them, and I saw like Primal Soldier from On It, like those guys. Like I kind of got into like the flashier side of kettlebells first, I'd say, and then got a little bit more into like actually learning the coaching and stuff like that. But I don't really have like a mentor or anything like that when it comes to how I learned them. It was just kind of a lot of, like I said, I like fitness, so I've just kind of like dabbled and mess around with them a lot. In terms of like learning, when it comes to like how I use them, a little bit of that is from myself only because I took how I Olympic weightlifted and just kind of transferred that into kettlebells and was like, let me see if this works. Because Olympic weightlifting kettlebells are unbelievably similar. Clean press snatch, clean press snatch.
Exactly,
So I was like,
exactly.
okay, let me just take what so because Olympic weightlifting was like the one thing I was super detailed on. I had a coach for 3 straight years. He wrote every single rep of every workout. I did
Wow.
nothing but that for a time. And I was pretty good at it. I won't lie. So I
Awesome.
just like, it was like a really big part. I was like, this is the most structured thing I've ever done with fitness. Like, let me try and take that into kettlebells because they're so similar. Obviously, have their differences, right? I'm not going to like, clean and press a 210-pound kettlebell like I can with a bar,
Of
but
course, of course, yeah.
similar concepts. It's like, okay, let me really focus
There
heavily
are,
on
yeah.
clean press snatch, right? And then let me do a bunch of other accessory type of stuff that's going to help me get better at clean pressing and snatching. So it kind of works the same way, at least the way I found it. So that's kind of what I've, in terms of like structuring and how I train myself and some other people with kettlebells, that's kind of the route that I've taken, was kind of trying to mimic my Olympic weightlifting,
So
if
so
that makes
you
sense.
don't